Welcome to 843 TV. I'm your host, Will Wareham. We're coming to you today from Hilton Head Preparatory School on Hilton Head Island. We're going to be speaking with representatives from the lower and middle schools here at Hilton Head Preparatory School today. In our first segment, we'll speak with Marianne Frederick, Ashley Steele, and Escher Lucier. In our second segment, we'll be joined by Larry Tavino, John Hopman, and Dan Sheehan. And in our final segment, we'll be joined by Liz Nash, Will Warheide, and Mindy Hopman. So stick around for more 843 TV, where communities come to speak.
(843 TV), where Bluffton comes to speak.
Where Spring Island comes to speak.
Where Hilton Head Island comes to speak.
Where Beaufort comes to speak.
(843 TV),
where communities come to speak. Welcome to 843 TV. We're here at Hilton Head Preparatory School, and today we're joined by Marianne Frederick, Ashley Steele, and Escher Lucier. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
So you all are, teachers and students at the lower school representatively, and so the lower school is really elementary school and kindergarten, right?
Yes.
And Marianne, you're a teacher and also a parent. You've had some kids go through school here at Hilton Head Prep, is that right?
Right. Thanks.
And you teach the 3 and 4-year-olds.
I do.
That's about as young as they're allowed to come, right? 3 years old?
Correct. And we've designed a program for 3, 4, and even sometimes 5-year-olds where we try to develop their social and academic skills through like small group activities, large group activities, and one-on-one. And we do a lot of different kinds of things because at 3, 4, and 5, they're all very different children. Right. Their skills and their abilities are all different. So my teaching partner and I, sit down with each one and figure out what they need, what things they need to work on, the kinds of things they're interested in that would motivate them. And then we figure out where they are on their learning path, and then we help them to achieve as much as they can in that year.
And is that a full day program? They show up at, what time do they show up and what time do they leave?
Yes, it's a full day program, just like all the other students here at Prep come at 8 and about till 3. Yes. Wait for
And Ashley, you're a teacher here as well in the lower schools, that's right?
Yes.
And this is your second year of teaching?
Yes, it is. I joined Prep last year, and it was my first year experience. I moved here from Pennsylvania, and I've loved every minute of it. I originally loved the island, and I really enjoyed the school atmosphere that they had here.
Yeah.
And the curriculum that we've developed has been really great.
Okay. And so you're you're teaching 4th and 5th grade, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay. And Escher, you're a 5th grade student. Are you in Ashley's class?
I was last year in 4th grade.
Okay.
something new.
And how long have you been a student at Prep? Was that last year your first year?
Yes.
Okay. And how's the experience been so far?
It's been really great. I met a lot of new people.
You live here on Hilton Head?
Yes.
And you've developed kind of a friendship with these new students at your new school, huh?
Yes, they're very friendly and they're not like mean ever.
That's good to hear. Now, Marianne, you're also a parent. You've had 3 children go through school here at Prep, right? And one's currently here?
Yes, I have a junior here at Prep, my son, and he's preparing to get ready to apply to colleges. And I have 2 children, 2 girls who are also in college, one at the College of Charleston and one who will graduate from Emory University this year. And she will graduate with a biology degree, and she will do some research for a year, and then she's going to go to medical school.
Wow.
And my younger daughter, who is at the College of Charleston, she has been invited to do the freshman seminar for her junior and senior year, where she teaches a class to freshman students to help them to become more acclimated to college. And I feel that Prep has been just great for them. They said when they went to college, they felt prepared, that they knew how to study, that they knew how to do projects, and that when they were grouped with other students, they usually ended up being the leaders in that group because they knew exactly how to get to the end result. So
the Hilton Head Preparatory School is aptly named. Then it helps you prepare for secondary education, right? And really to work as an individual
Correct. And all three of my children are very, very different people. And they've all been in the arts here. One in the fine arts, and one does pottery, and the other one was doing photography. The two of them are in the drama program here, or one was and one is. And they've all participated in sports as well. So it's a nice smaller place to be where you can try something new, and you can be an athlete, and you can also be in the school play. And it is all, everyone thinks that that's a great thing, and we all applaud it, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, kind of preparing the whole child or the whole student rather than just the academics or the athletics. You know, you get an opportunity to participate in a variety of
And when they
activities.
struggle, you know, the teachers here are ready to help and always willing to help. And, you know, kids make mistakes and they have to figure them out. And it's a nice atmosphere for that, because people are there to help, or people are there just to watch it happen and just see how it's going to work out, you know. And seeing a child from first grade all the way up through 12th, for teachers who have been here for a long time like myself, it's great to see them when they graduate from school, and you think about them way back when they were little kids and the things that you remember about them. So it's really kind of a cool thing.
Absolutely. And now let's talk about some of those things they were doing when they were little kids. Ashley, I know there's a program here called Mini Fins. What exactly are Mini Fins, and who's involved?
Mini Fins is a program that goes along with the varsity cheerleading squad. This year I stepped on as a varsity cheerleading squad coach along with Missy Santorum and Tammy Spear. And what it does is it allows the varsity cheerleaders to get acclimated with the younger students and to basically become role models for those students. The students look up to them and they teach them dances, cheers, and it's kind of fun for the environment for both the varsity cheerleaders in high school age down to our, you know, JKer who really doesn't know them all that well, and they get to learn about them in a good environment.
Kind of a mentorship program. Then, huh?
Exactly.
Very cool. Mini Fins. And Escher, we're running out of time here, but can you leave us with a couple of things that you like most about attending Hilton Head Prep as a 5th grade student?
I really like the, I think it's a really good curriculum because I've learned a lot since I've been here.
Yeah.
And I like that there's not, like, there's rules against, like, being bullies or, like, being a jerk to someone.
Yeah.
So it's really
and that's
nice.
important, huh?
Yeah.
You don't want to feel like you're being bullied.
Yeah.
And there's rules against that here at Hilton Prep to protect you.
Yeah.
I think that's a great thing. Great insight. Well, Escher, Ashley, Marianne, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And stick around for another segment of 843 TV. Welcome back to 843 TV. We are now joined by Larry Tavino, John Hopman, and Dan Sheehan. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for being here.
All right, so Larry, let's start with you. You're a math teacher here, is that right?
That's correct.
And you were previously a teacher here and took some time off and came back, is that right?
Right.
What brought you back?
Well, I had a good experience here for first 8 years in my teaching profession, and then just wanted to try some other things in life and different careers. And did some other teaching, other education things, but when it came time to, okay, where do I really want to be to teach, it was back here at Prep. And when I interviewed with administration and got a feel for where the school was going and the mission of the school, I was just so impressed with the direction it was going. I said, this is a perfect fit for my educational philosophy, the philosophy here.
Absolutely. And you're teaching middle school
Teaching
math?
all middle school math,
Okay.
yeah, from pre-algebra to algebra 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And John, let's talk a little bit more about the middle school here at Hilton Head Prep.
Sure.
What are some of your proudest moments of your middle school students?
Well, you know, we're reminded every day about the excitement that our middle school students have when they come to school, and they bring a whole new life to our campus. That's for sure. You know, just recently we had a basketball tournament here, and it was a very exciting tournament. But the best part about it was that, you know, as we're standing there watching, you know, our kids on the court, you know, we got to look up in the stands, and the rest of our middle school students were just cheering and chanting and supporting one another, and just having a great time, you know, being a part of the school and a class. And that's just an example of what our kids do day in and day out, is that they're really supportive of one another. And that's what really makes me proud about our school and the kids that we have.
Absolutely. And just for our viewers, you know, when we say middle school, we're talking 6th, 7th, 8th grade, is that right?
Correct.
And that ranges from how old are the students, you think?
6th grade is probably as young as, 11 would be, and 8th grade up to probably 14.
Right, so some really 14, formative 14. Years for these kids, right?
Yeah,
really
13,
important
14.
years. And Dan, you're a teacher here at the middle school, and you also coach the girls' JV basketball team and boys' baseball team, is that right? Some new courses were added to the middle school, including a law class that you taught. Can you give us some details about the law school?
Sure. Our head of the middle school, Ms. DeVernia, and I talked about what we could offer this year, and the law elective was a great idea. We introduced about 20 or so students to the foundations of the American legal system, talked about civil and criminal trials, convinced them to do a mock trial in class where they got to pick their role, whether they're going to be plaintiff attorney, defense attorney, witness. Had a great time doing that. Then we went on a field trip to Beaufort County Courthouse and got to see an actual criminal trial and a civil trial, and fantastic experience for the kids to really develop some skills that are great life skills in addition to learning some basic legal principles. So it was a lot of fun, great hands-on experience for our kids.
Absolutely, kind of exposing them to a real-life career early on, right?
Making some connections
absolutely.
Right away. It was a great experience.
So from the legal experience, Larry, math and science is a point of emphasis, across the country and the globe. As a math teacher, what would you say are some of the strengths of the Hilton Head Prep students in the middle school level?
Sure. Well, to start with, it's the attitude. It's the energy that they bring to the class, the enthusiasm. There really is a desire to learn here and to, in my case, solve these problems. They enjoy a challenge and they welcome them. So that's a big plus. I think another thing, and it refers to kind of what Mr. Sheehan's doing, is these students are really well-rounded. So they're getting that kind of experience in the science, like you mentioned. So cross-curricular, we can do a lot of things. I'll bring up something and they're doing that in science, and we can make those connections that we're not all these separate entities, but really we're one whole piece of the education puzzle here.
Right, everything's connected.
Exactly, yeah.
And John, so the middle school continues to grow here at Hilton Head Prep, and growth is good.
Yes, growth is very good.
But how do you plan to manage the growth, not just at the middle school level, but throughout Hilton Head Prep?
Well, I think we've been very fortunate in the middle school that in the past year or two the growth has been exceptional. Our job, I think we have to just simply look at our fundamental goal here. We are a college prep school, and so our job is from really the lower school level all the way through high school is to remember that we're preparing our kids for their futures. And so we have to give them a strong foundation. We have to give them experiences and opportunities outside of the classroom to pursue other passion. And we have to give them a good moral foundation. So, if we can continue to do that, then the growth in our school, I believe wholeheartedly, is going to continue to grow. We have exceptional faculty, exceptional administrators, true passion for kids. And so, we just want people to see what a great place this is, what great students we have, and the growth that will come from that will then lend itself to continuing to develop new programs. We want to be able to offer anything that a student walks through our doors and says, "Hey, I'm interested in this."
Right.
I would love to say, "All right, we've got that. We're gonna put that together for you." We're a small school. We're flexible enough to do that.
Very cool.
So it's an exciting time for us.
That is exciting. And Dan, real quickly, let's talk a little bit about pursuing those passions outside of the classroom. I know that you're involved in the athletic program here pretty extensively. What are some of your proudest experiences as a coach here at Hilton Head Prep?
I love being part of a team. I've always loved sports and being part of a team. And for our students to work hard in the classroom all day, then they get with their classmates after school and work towards a goal, the journey of a season, whether it's basketball or baseball, and start at the beginning and learn about each other and work together, be good teammates, develop some character and chemistry, and be physically fit, and have a great experience in addition to a great academic challenge. To be part of a team at prep is a lot of fun.
No, absolutely. I don't think that can be discounted at all. The ability to work as a team member, whether it be on the athletic field or in the academic classroom or in a work environment, really helps prepare the whole child. Well, guys, we're out of time. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, and stick around for one more segment of 843 TV. Welcome back to 843 TV. We are now joined by Liz Nash, Mindy Hopman, and Will Warheide. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
And we're here at the middle school gym, is that right? That's what you call where we are here? The middle school gym. And Liz, you probably know this place pretty well. You're the lower and middle school athletic director here at Hilton Head Prep, is that right?
I am.
Can you tell us a little bit about the athletic program for the lower and middle school students?
The middle school program encompasses what I think sets us apart from a lot of the other middle school programs, I would say, is that everybody participates. There are no cuts. So there's a place for everybody, regardless of your experience or not. So we have a number of teams. We had 4 basketball teams in this past winter.
And four basketball teams.
4 basketball teams, yes. So we create a lot of opportunities. So it's a great place for our kids to learn a sport, really. And we also encourage our coaches to actually have them play, not just make the team, but actually get them in the games.
Right.
So it's a great opportunity for kids to learn a sport that maybe they never had exposure to.
Absolutely, and be part of a team.
Yep, be a part of a team.
That's a big part of growing up, isn't it? Learning how to participate as a team member.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I've heard something about an I Am Prep Award. Can you tell us about what the I Am Prep Award is?
Yes, we're really proud of that. About 4 years ago, we came up with a thought that the biggest part of sports is character development.
Yes.
And so we came up with the I Am Prep slogan. And what that is about twice during the sports season, a coach recognizes 2-3 kids on the team who really exemplify those things of being coachable, a good teammate, sportsmanship, things like that. Really has not as much to do with their athleticism, but who they are as a person. Kids are really, really proud of it. They wear it to school, and you can get it more than once. Hopefully you get it every season and you play all 3 sports during the season. And then we also have at the end of the year, a graduating 8th grader can be elected into the I Am Prep Hall of Fame.
Very cool.
So it's all about character development.
Absolutely, and I'm sitting next to an I Am Prep Award winner. Will, you've won that award a couple of times, is that right?
Yes, I have. I've won it 1 in 6th grade and 2 in 7th grade.
Very cool, and you're an 8th grade student here now,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And what sports did you play as a 6th, 7th, and 8th grader?
In 6th grade, I played basketball and soccer. In 7th grade, I played basketball and soccer again. And this year, I tried football and basketball.
Yeah. And so what does it mean to you to be an I Am Prep Award winner?
It's an honor to be an I Am Prep Award winner. A lot of kids get it, but it means a lot. I Am Prep Award winner is a student athlete who can play athletics, but then again have good grades and can keep up in the school and manage both.
Very cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thanks.
Now, Mindy, you are an English teacher.
Correct.
Here at the school.
Yes.
You're also a curriculum coordinator.
Correct.
And a yearbook coordinator.
Yes.
You've got a little bit on your plate. Is that right?
Correct. Yes.
I understand that last year you started the program called Bold Gold.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that program?
Bold and Gold stands for Boys Outstanding Leadership Development and Girls Outstanding Leadership Development. It's actually a transitional program that we do for our 8th grade students to help them bridge the gap between 8th grade and 9th grade.
Okay. And that's a pretty big jump, isn't it?
It is.
You're kind of like a senior of the middle school and you're jumping back into the, I see Will shaking his head, he's preparing to make that jump yourself.
Yes, Will's been a part of the Bold and Gold experience,
Okay.
and we meet 3 times during the 8th grade year. The first time we really focus on teamwork and team bonding to bring the 8th grade class together. The second time we focus on service. So do you want to talk about the service project that we did?
The last service project that we did for our last Bold and Gold is we made birthday boxes or Christmas boxes for the Sandalwood
Food Pantry.
community, and we filled them with food and toys and cards and cake mix so that they could have a good time. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. We built the boxes, and then we were going to take them over there, but we got shut out by rain.
Right,
Yes.
yeah. So giving back to the community. Something,
Exactly.
Providing service.
And then the third part for Bold and Gold will be breaking through your fears into your goals. And we really encourage the students to remember who they are as they transition. We bring in guest speakers, and we bring in our headmaster to speak to them, and so that they get to know the headmaster. They also get to know really dig into who they are, and then they also get to know some upper school students.
Right.
So we involve a whole group of upper school students to help us with the Bold and Gold experience, and we play games and do a lot of bonding activities together.
Absolutely. So we're talking a lot about some of the extracurricular opportunities
Yes.
available to students here at Hilton Head
Yes.
Preparatory School, and how important that is to developing a well-rounded student.
Absolutely.
I mean, and Liz, you've got to see this, year after year, how much that can change a student's outlook and interaction with their other students, right? I mean, just participating in a team sport can go a long way.
Absolutely. I think it's a huge part. It's a big altar for who you become as a person.
Yeah.
And it carries, I want to say, with Mindy's program, my son
Yes.
actually comes back and
Yes.
speaks as a graduate, speaks to the 8th graders.
Yeah.
So it's all of this is really tied in and very important to the mission of the program, of the
Right.
middle school program.
And he really talks about things that he wishes that somebody would have told him
Right.
as he's and that's what
Right.
our upper school students focus on as well.
Yeah.
But as far as the sports go, I've really seen as an English teacher that camaraderie that takes place on the court or the field really transfers into the classroom. Wouldn't you agree? It really transfers into the classroom because they become friends. They work well together. They're teammates, and that's also plays into the Gold experience.
The Bold and Gold and the athletics, it all just brings you together. I mean, it's so special because at prep everybody plays, so everybody can be a part of the team. And then with the Bold and Gold, it's such a force, there's not one person at this school that I don't know their name,
Right.
or I'm not friends with. It's special.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's fantastic stuff. Liz, Mindy, Will, thank you very much for joining us today.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching 843 TV, where communities come to speak.